Halifax was good to me again. It was a real fun city again this time. I went downtown only a couple of times to play. There were so many other buskers that it was actually pretty steep competition. Down at the harbor front was just saturated. I wasn't going to find a good spot to play, so I went up the hill a ways back to the sort of walking area where streets closed off and it's all patios, where I played last time, did all right. And yeah, there was another pair nearby where I wanted to set up playing a banjo and a clarinet or an oboe or some kind of wind instrument, so I didn't want to step on their toes, so I set up a little further down the street. And yeah, it was a real good time. I ran into the busker named Struan, who showed me around last time I was in the city. It was nice to see him again, still busking, helping other people out. And yeah, so I hung out with Colin a bit too, and it's good to see him again. He got telling me all kinds of stories. He's gone through a lot of different phases in his life, it seems. I think I was saying last video, he drove a tour bus for all kinds of different artists, and I don't think I mentioned last time, but he's a potter. He works with clay on a pottery wheel, and he's made some amazing stuff that way. He's gone to school for it at one point, studying all historical styles, and showed me he's made reproductions of old Greek vases that are just perfect down to the curvature and the way that the glaze is done on them, the way that he fired it. It's amazing what he can do with a bit of clay on a wheel. He showed me a whole bunch of pieces that he's done. I wish I got pictures of them to show everyone, but sadly I didn't. The painting on some of them is just amazing too. A lot of them, he said, he made the vases and then his mom would paint them, and just beautiful, intricate artwork that he's put on them. Such a dying art, kind of. I don't know if there's lots of people taking it up anymore, but he was a master of it when he was, he probably still is. I shouldn't say this past tense. He could probably spin something up that's just an amazing work of art still today. So yeah, he was explaining the technique to me, and even though I'll probably never end up working with clay, but just hearing another artist talk passionately about their art form is great, no matter who you are, no matter what you like to work with. It's great getting to meet people like that along the way. He said to me one time, some people don't believe me when I get telling them all my stories, and we both kind of had to agree that some people just, they can't understand the fullness of one person's life if they haven't filled theirs up. Something like that. Though even if he's bullshitting on some of these stories, I'd rather believe him. Even if someone's spinning a yarn, it's more fun to believe it if you got no reason to disbelieve it. So yeah, we hung out a bit, and he pointed out to me that I was missing a headlight on the truck, so I had to stop at a crappy tire and got a new headlight, replaced her in the parking lot, and off down the road again, following the south shore through all these little harbors and coves and beautiful places along the water. I kind of wish I had stopped for a night down there somewhere, but the road was calling to me, and Cape Breton particularly calling to me, so I headed straight through Sherbrooke, where I'd kind of planned on stopping, and Then I still kept going up to Antigonish. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but yeah, I just had to keep going. It was it's strange to get and drive by this, where all these old ships are beached up on shore, and a lot of the buildings are cardboarded or plywooded over windows, and you can really tell some places are getting hit hard. The worse the ocean gets, less fish, less to catch, and less work for everybody. There's some places that just aren't doing too well out on the shore, so it seems. So the drive was real nice. Good cool breeze off the water, and then when I turned inland, it kind of got hotter and hotter. But I had to I had to wonder though, kind of about when I got inland. You can really tell why this place is called Nova Scotia, which is Latin for New Scotland. Inland, the rolling green hills are just magical. That's a landscape that I wasn't expecting, and it popped up out of nowhere. You can really, yeah, you can really see some resemblance to where places get their names. So, yeah, the highway through here is not quite a highway, it's just a road. But it's nice to be off of the main drag and really get down these windy, hilly, sometimes bumpy roads. The countryside is just beautiful. So I spent a little more time on the road today than I really usually like to. I don't like to go for more than 2 hours, really, but this was a good 3 to 4 hour stretch here. But it was nice. Really, I really didn't see anywhere along the way that I wanted to stop at for sure, so I just kept on going and made it all the way to the Canso Causeway, which connects Cape Breton Island to the rest of Nova Scotia. And I'm stopped there and I'm talking to you from right beside it for the night. Yeah, not sure exactly where to go in Cape Breton, other than the Cabot Trail, which I'll have to look up tomorrow how to get there. I had it in my head when people kept telling me about it. I thought it was a hiking trail that I needed to check out, but a lady that I met on the beach here beside the lighthouse at the Canso Causeway, she told me no, it's a driving route. It's like the scenic route around the island. So I'll be heading off along there, whichever direction it is, in the morning. Might go for a little paddle in the water here by the causeway first, because there's some people fishing off the rocks, and I heard one kid say he got 5 while he was here, so I think it'd be worth it to drop my line in and have a little bit of fun. It's open ocean out at the end of this harbor that I'm in. Don't know what to call it really. So what they did here, instead of building a bridge across from one end to the other, they stacked a whole bunch of rocks along and only left a channel open through one little spot where they have a lock and a swing bridge. Because I guess before they did that, there must have been quite a heavy flow of water through this strait here. There must have been because for them to need a lock through here means there's a difference in water height from one side of the strait to the other. So that must have been a heck of a force of water that used to flow through before they blocked it up with all those rocks. And yeah, it's an interesting way to do it. A great big pile of rocks with a road on it that goes. They filled in part of the ocean here. Really, it's the Strait of Canso. It's, I guess, it's over 200 feet deep in spots. And they filled it in with rocks here to cross over. That's a hell of an engineering feat. Yeah, now that I looked up a little bit of info about this, I don't know if I want to take my canoe out in that. It's not a very wide channel, but it is insanely deep, apparently. So I'll have to be careful about that if I do. Yeah, and got the kitty out to play on the rocks a little bit because I pretty much have to get her out once a day now to do something to tire her out, or else she is playful all night. And in such a small space like we're living here, I really need to tire her out as much as I can. So it was good that there was a lady here with her kids, and the daughter played with the cat for a little while, helped tire her out. Yeah, just drove over that. The big rocks are stacked all the way through that. And they've got a swing bridge here. You're seeing it right now at 5x speed because it took a good 2.5 minutes for it to turn. But yeah, since the whole strait is blocked off by that stone causeway, they put a swing bridge and a boat lock here. The bridge even has a railroad track across it. Kitty cat just loves playing in the rocks wherever we go, so she doesn't get too far away. I can just sit and chat with whoever's there, or sometimes I just take a book and read and let her walk around wherever we are. Just hanging out in there. Must be cozy. Something in her natural instinct. But anyways, that was today, and thanks for watching.